fan.
Yeah, what's with
that
that?
happen?
Ohio State fans.
How did that happen?
I'll tell you this.
He's not allowed on now, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was.
This
It
show
was-
is the
it's
blue
just-
wall.
Right.
So here's the deal, and obviously my kids in my house, there's no option right now. This kid's 12 years old. What does he know?
That's true.
I mean, I'm sorry, it sucks, but those are the facts.
Well, we talked about this.
So every kid who...
No, I'm not saying every kid.
So you have a lot of kids who grown
At the
up
stop
with the
sign,
Tigers,
turn right onto
the
Cooley Lake
Lions.
Road.
Is that why?
Then turn right
but
onto
there's still
Union
Lions
Lake
and Tiger
Road.
fans mostly, right?
They are when they grow up. I mean, he's making a
I
decision
know.
right now that a young person can make. When he grows and he becomes a man, I believe he'll make the better decision.
I think he was just trying to F with his dad.
It could be.
Because I believe, from what I remember the story, his dad was a Michigan fan.
At the
Yeah.
light, turn right
Is a
onto
Michigan
Union
fan.
Lake Road.
But then one of the Ohio kids was Michigan fans. Did you hear that story too?
No.
So they did an interview during the game, and yeah, one of the dads is actually the grandpa of all these kids. 6 boys are all Michigan fans because he took them to all these games at the big house, and basically they said the mom said he forced them to be Michigan fans.
Hey, we save as many as we can.
Yeah, you know. It worked with Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard.
That's right. Yes.
How many games of Taylor North? How many games of Taylor North have to play to give up 62?
In 1 mile, turn left
They
onto
probably
Willow
give up
Road.
62 in the
All
last 3
season.
years.
Yeah.
Did they? I don't know. So what else did you do this weekend, John?
I watched college football. My tailgate went
Oh.
off without a hitch. There were
Did you go to the big house for it?
no. I just in my backyard, in my driveway.
Because I
and-
thought about that because I was in Ann Arbor on Saturday for a little bit, and I thought, oh my God, he might be actually there now, just practicing.
I almost did yesterday, but before college football kicked off on Saturday, I did set up the tent. I got the camping stove out, and I'm glad that I did because I would just give everybody a little heads up. Make sure that you get everything out, you test it, especially your grill, because cobwebs form. It's probably been 18 months at the very least since you've pulled that out, unless you camp regularly. But your tailgate stuff, it's been 2 years since we've had that opportunity. So make sure you get it out and everything works, because you don't want to get there 6 a.m. whether it's East Lansing. Well, I guess East Lansing will be on Friday, but
They're a road game.
that's why that one's in Evanston. But for those going to the big house, 6 a.m., you don't want to turn on the grill or the oven and not have fuel. All right, not have access to it, because you can't just run to the hardware store and get yourself another hose. It is very important. So make sure you test everything out. I'm warning you on Monday. Get it done. And I almost did it yesterday. Kids and I went to Ann Arbor because the students are moving in.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yes, I know you know.
It's welcoming.
Yes. And so everybody is there walking around. I want to take the kids, let them know what goes on when students are actually on campus. And so we went to Pizza Bob's, grabbed a couple pizzas, some chapatis, and we were going to go over to the big house, but we decided just to go over to Burns Park.
It's funny because I met my daughter, who's already moved in, but my wife has friends who had kids who were freshmen, so they all got together, and
In
we
2.4
went to
miles,
Pizza
arrive at
House.
Willow Road.
And of course, I just had a salad because then I went to Joe's afterwards for my pizza. I'm a pizza snob.
Well, why not get the deep dish, the Chicago-style pizza?
Because I don't live in Chicago. No, I like
Yeah, but you're there.
Because when you're there, and the best is right below your
It's
apartment.
a matter of opinion.
You get
yeah,
the best,
yeah.
in my opinion, the best. Now today, when we go out for one of our favorite days of the week, when we go interview Jim Harbaugh, that you'll hear tomorrow,
Yeah.
it might be Mr. Spots Day.
It very well could be. You know what? Maybe I'll have to. I'll get a chance to see the Studio of Champions, and we'll order in, and we'll have a little.
Studio of Champions, is that
That's my office.
I know nobody since 2004 has gotten in there.
No, well, it is run by the national champions, so we get to call it whatever the hell we want.
All right, that's good. You are allowed. All right, coming up on the program, like I said, we'll hear from Al Avila here at Oakland Hills at 9:02, Jeff Blashill at 9:35. Rick Thorning, the head coach of Taylor North Little League. It's 7:35. But coming up next, Heather has news.
Hi, boys. Good morning.
Good
I haven't got to say
morning.
anything to you this morning. Well, we're going to talk about what's going on down south after Hurricane Ida made landfall this weekend. Plus, you guys, a Hollywood legend passed away, so we'll talk about that too.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks.
Sad.
Anyway, 97 won the ticket.
Hey, I want to tell you about FanDuel, America's #1 sports app. College football is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is making Week 1 even
In 1
more
mile,
exciting.
arrive
Right
at
now,
Willow
all
Road.
customers, whether you're new or existing, get a risk-free bet on any week in Week 1 game. That's right. Place any Week 1 bet and get a refund in site credit if you don't win. So many great games to look at, and there is a reason why FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 rated sportsbook app. It's easy to use, it's safe and secure, and you're going to get your money when you win in as little as 24 hours. Just open the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Sign up with promo code Jansen to also get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 back. That's promo code Jansen. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over, present Michigan. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site bet that expires in 7 days. Max refund of $10 unless otherwise indicated. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Supercar Wash. The roads are pretty clear this morning, although we are looking at a brand new problem along the Southfield Freeway northbound where an incident is affecting the drive at 96. Supercar Wash gives you unlimited chances to keep your car clean. Wash every day at any 11 locations for just $14 a month. It's quick, easy, and contactless with free vacuums and hand-towel drying. That's $14 a month for unlimited. Drive up and sign up at Supercar Wash. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
It's August 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. You may or may not know that mortgage interest rates have hit a 5-month low. This is your second chance to refinance. Call Hall Financial right now at 248-308-5000 and ask about our 8-day ready-to-close, no appraisal necessary loan. That's 248-308-5000, or you can chat with us online right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Michigan, this is the story of Kaylee, who was unvaccinated.
I got COVID and was hospitalized for a month. I was 39 weeks pregnant. I couldn't breathe at all. I had a blood clot in my lungs. It caused me to go into right-sided heart failure. There was lots of talk about putting me on a ventilator. I thought I was gonna die. I was worried that he was gonna grow up without a mom. You know, being 27 and a mom and a wife and having that all almost taken away from me. It's scary. And if a vaccine can prevent that from happening, why not?
Find your vaccine at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Want to bet? Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel is open, and the Barstool Sportsbook app is live. Greektown and Barstool are your ticket to all the action and real-time odds with 40 24-hour betting kiosks, a live walk-up window, and now the Barstool Sportsbook app. Placing your bets at the casino or at home has never been easier. Get in on all the action and earn My Choice rewards with every bet. It's all here at the Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel and the Barstool Sportsbook app. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
From the very beginning, finding jobs for members of the community was an integral part of the Detroit Underlink services. Today, workforce development is still an important part of the services provided by the organization. Call us at 313-832-4600.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? You're probably looking for some fuel treatment. It cleans your fuel system to help your engine run smoother, and that means better gas mileage. Right now, you can get 2 bottles of Lucas Complete Fuel Treatment for just $8, plus a $1 bonus reward if you're an AutoZone Rewards member. Not a member? Don't worry. We can sign you up fast right here or on AutoZone.com. Getting the job done just got easy. Restrictions apply. It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide. And we're bringing it right where your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and the chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, store, and win at BECN.com.
Churches has a deal made for you or all y'all. Choose your favorite tenders, your classic style chicken and spicy or original, with sides and biscuits for everyone. So swing by for Church's Speed 6, starting at $20 deals. Church's, bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Radio.com is now Odyssey. Download the Odyssey app and listen to 97.1 The Ticket and all the sports, news, music, and podcasts that move you.
All right, it is news time. And by the way, Heather, congratulations, your alma mater, with a big upset win over West Bloomfield on Friday, 35-17.
Nice.
Credo and the boys, they did a real nice job against us. Pretty much dominated. The game wasn't even that close. Defending state champs did not look good, but as Gov can attest, I can't write them off because about 3 or 4 years ago I completely wrote them off, and they ended up going to the state championship before losing, and they that thriller 3-2 to Clarkson in the state finals. All right, Heather, what's up?
Well, let's talk about what's going on down south. Hurricane Ida blasted Louisiana Sunday as one of the most powerful storms ever to hit the U.S. Ida made landfall twice as a devastating Category 4 storm, just lashing the coast with 150-mile-per-hour winds, torrential downpours, and pounding surf that actually plunged much of the shoreline under several feet of water. And did you guys know that it actually hit on the exact same date Hurricane Katrina made landfall 16 years earlier? Just
It's so weird. It's how that sometimes happens.
I
Do we know if they've gotten power back? Because I went to bed last night. All of New Orleans, their main parishes, as they call them, were completely out of any type of power.
I don't believe they have. Not that I have heard yet. Actually, there's about 1 million people who are without power, including what you just said, Stoney. All of New Orleans, which is wild. The storm kind of moved across the state. It was eventually downgraded to a Category 3 storm, but of course, it still brought heavy rains, powerful winds, and last night, the very first death was reported. Somebody was killed by a falling tree. And of course, it was obviously a really scary time for anybody who was going to need some medical attention because their hospitals were already packed with COVID patients. And I was reading one story about what you just said with this big power outage that they were experiencing, that there were hospitals where doctors and nurses were scrambling to keep people alive because ventilators went out. And they had to move them to a different location, and they had to, like, you know, pump air into their lungs by hand because all the ventilators went out. So just a very, very, very scary time for sure.
I know people that, two in particular, that children, one is a freshman at Tulane and the other's at Tulane Law School, and they thankfully got their kids to fly home a couple of days before. The Saints, I think they're training in Dallas, I believe. Yeah.
That's good. There's a lot of people though that didn't evacuate, that just said, you know what, we'll ride this out. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully the death toll isn't going to be high, but man, the destruction is going to be devastating. That's for sure. Now here, after heavy storms and flooding, many Detroiters are still kind of cleaning up all of the damage that they've had to their home. But officials with the Detroit Department of Public Works have set a deadline for residents to get all of the debris and garbage to the curb, and that deadline is September 3rd, right around the corner. So garbage crews have been working very, very hard. They've been working 6 to 7 hour not hour days, but 6 to 7 days a week. Over the past 2 months, they picked up more than 60 million pounds of flood debris as the city just continues to recover from all this flooding. But after September 3rd, they say business will be back to business as usual. So that means starting on September 4th, you could be fined. You could receive fees if you're still putting a bunch of things out at your curb. You can call and use a bulk pickup order, but of course there are some stipulations with that too. Items should not weigh more than 1,000 pounds. They can not exceed 2 cubic yards in volume, and there's some more rules about how you can set things out at the curb as well. So keep that in mind if you're one of those people who unfortunately is still cleaning up that mess.
And the rain
You guys,
yesterday
I know.
we had another big one.
I know. We lost power yesterday for not long at all, but we definitely lost power. Came back on, but it's been wild. What a wild summer for sure. On Friday, the Wayne County Health Department issued a mandatory mask mandate for all schools and daycares. So this order went into effect immediately, and it applies to all students and faculty regardless of vaccination status. I wasn't that shocked when I heard this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of school districts that are moving this way. So several counties, including 6 of the 10 most populated ones, now mandate face coverings in schools.
Yeah, look, as long as the numbers keep going, this is what's going to happen. And it sucks for the kids, especially the older ones, to a certain extent. Yeah, and look, a lot of the younger kids, they think they don't care about wearing a mask or whatever. That's fine. That's just the way it is. The old action, better safe than sorry, and I guess that's what they're going to do. So we don't need to debate it. Well, we don't need to debate it.
No, we don't. No, that's why I said no, we don't.
No. No, let's not debate it. There's a newspaper reporter who said he was punched in the face while covering an anti-mask event near Traverse City. So this reporter was at Silver Lake Recreation Area. This was last week, and he was there to check out the event, right? Do his job, report on what's going on there. But before the event even started, this reporter was singled out because the group said the event was private and they were not going to authorize any reporting. Well, that's when the reporter claims that 2 men confronted him. One shoved him into a fence and then punched him in the face with both fists.
You know what? Okay, we just said we weren't going to have a debate on this because I think a lot of us, we're on different sides, and that's okay. But when it comes to violence, we should be able to have a debate. We should be able to have a conversation. It can even be spirited, but it doesn't have to become physical. That's just ridiculous.
Not at all. Very ridiculous. This is some sad news. Hollywood legend Ed Asner passed away on Sunday at the age of 91. So the seven-time Emmy Award-winning actor's death was confirmed by his family on Twitter, and the statement read, quote, "We are sorry to say that our beloved patriarch passed away this morning peacefully. Words cannot express the sadness we feel. With a kiss on your head, good night, Dad. We love you." So some sad news. He's best known for playing Lou Grant on both the Mary Tyler Moore Show and as well as Lou Grant. And for me, he's best known for the voice in Up, right? And the character. Basically. Looks just like him. And then also, he was Santa in Elf. When I think of him, for me, those are the 2 roles I instantly think of him in. But he was obviously in a ton of things, and he was working. Just recently, he's been working hard.
My favorite Ed Asner / Lou Grant moment is pretty much, I think it was right when he hired Mary Richards in the show, Mary Tyler Moore, and he goes, "Mare, you're spunky. You got spunk." And she goes, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Grant." He goes, "I hate spunk."